based on the economic status of the customer that we are supposed to establish a retail unit. Which are all the activities that takes place while bringing the product from the wholesaler and selling the product to the end user. Whatever the product that I am going to sell in the retail unit, there must be a competition for that particular product. Based on the competition that I am going to bring the product and sell it. There are number of activities which is routine in nature in terms of retail business. Hello everybody, a warm welcome to one and all. I am Mr. Hemant Kumar from the Department of Commerce and Management, Vidhyaashram First Aid College, MYSURU, the Temple of Excellence. Today we are going with the session 1 of the subject Retail Management for 5th semester BCom students, that is Retail Operations. Here we are going to study the concept of retail operation in depth regarding what is retail operation, what are all the things that is included in the retail operations. This is the agenda of today's session. So we are going with the topic of retail operations, the meaning of retail operation, factors influencing the location of the store, which are all the factors that is going to influence the location of the store while we are going to locate a place for a new startup. Market area analysis. Under the market area analysis, we are going to study the method of market area analysis, and the next concept is trade area analysis. Under the concept of trade area analysis, we are going to study the components of trade area. Retail operation. Retail operations generally refers to the daily business activities of a retail business. So as we know, it is a daily business activity of a retail unit. Means there are number of activities which is routine in nature in terms of retail business. For example, purchasing the goods from the wholesaler and selling the same good to the consumer, right? So there are number of activity which takes place while purchasing the commodity, while selling the commodity. That kind of activity we call it as a retail operation, which is a business that sells products directly to the consumers. So as we know, the term retail itself, it is going to say that it is going to sell the product for the end user of the commodity. Means it is going to sell the product only for the consumers, not for the resellers. So hence it is clear that this retail operations is nothing but the routine activity which starts from the purchasing of the goods from the wholesaler, either from the wholesaler, either from the agent, either from the manufacturer, and it is going to keep in stock and sell the same good to the consumer by breaking the bulk. So this kind of the routine activity, we call it as a retail operations. This activity or the operations ranging from choosing and buying products from the store to accepting the payments for the product from the consumers and everything in between. Means, as I said, it is nothing but selection of product which is to be sold to the consumer, and also we are supposed to receive the payment from the consumer, which are all the activities that takes place while bringing the product from the wholesaler and selling the product to the end user. All the activity we call it as a retail operations. Retail operations is a term that describes the daily task of the employees within a retail store or a chain. So it is nothing but the daily task which is performed by the retailers in the retail industry. It is clear that whatever the activity that the retailer is going to do while purchasing the goods from the wholesaler, agent or the manufacturer and processing the things and also selling the same thing for the consumer. So whatever the activity that is included in the procedure of purchasing and selling the goods or services, that activity or that formality we call it as a retail operation. Factors influencing the location of the store. So there are number of factors that influence the location of the store. Say for an example, I want to establish a new retail unit. Means before establishing a new retail unit, which are all the factors that I am going to consider before establishing a retail unit? Because before establishing any kind of a startup, we are going to afford more capital on that particular thing, and in the same way we are going to expect the return on investment on that particular business. So we are supposed to take some precautions regarding the factors, right? So before establishing a retail unit, we are supposed to consider some factors of that particular geographical location. Blindly we won't invest the money in the business, means we are going to invest the money based on the strategy, based on the plan. Means there are certain factors that influence to select the location of the retail unit. So which are the factors that is going to influence for the selection of location? These are the factors. The first one is the demographic factor. As we know, demography is nothing but the systematic study of the population. As we know, we have divided the population into categories, that is segments, right? Based on the age group, based on the gender, based on the income level, based on the education, based on the qualification. We have divided the customer into various categories. Based on that, we can classify the customer, we can find the target customer based on the demography. Based on the economic characteristics, so this plays a very vital role in terms of a retail business. So based on the economic status of the customer, that we are supposed to establish a retail unit. Say for an example, if I establish a big mall in a village area, we cannot expect more profit. There is a possibility of loss, or there is a risk of uncertainty. So no, so because expensive product, most of the people, they could not able to afford with, right? So in the same way, we are supposed to see the economic status of the individuals, where we are supposed to know the purchasing power of the customers in the particular geographical location. Based on the purchasing power parity, that we are going to establish a retail unit. Cultural characteristics. So based on the culture of that particular location, that I am going to sell the product. As we know, one culture is not similar to other culture. One geographical location culture is completely different to the other geographical location culture, right? So culture of Karnataka is completely different from culture of Kerala, right? So in the same way, as per the culture, that we are going to establish a retail store. Demand. So based on the demand for that particular product, that I am going to establish a particular retail unit. Means for example, I am going to establish a retail store in Mysuru. Means there must be a demand for that particular product, which I am going to establish a retail unit. If there is no demand, there is no use of establishing a retail unit. Next one is the competition. So whatever the product that I'm going to sell in the retail unit, there must be a competition for that particular product. Based on the competition, that I'm going to bring the product and sell it. Infrastructure. So before I am establishing the retail unit, I must be aware of the infrastructure that is available in that particular geographical location or that particular city, because there must be a proper transportation facility for the transportation of goods and services. There must be a proper airways, railways, or the proper communication of the goods from one place to another place. Market area analysis. What is this market area analysis? Market area analysis is a determined assessment of your business target market. Means it is a detailed assessment of our business target market and the competitive landscape within the specified industry. So it is a competitive landscape within the specified industry. Means actually this market area analysis is nothing but the area which the market activity, which the trade activity it is going to happen, where the business is going to happen. As we know, a market is a place where buyers and sellers are going to meet at a point, either to purchase the product or to sell the product. It is nothing but the geographical location where buyers and sellers meet at a point to exchange the goods or services. This analysis lets you to project the success you can expect. So this, while doing this trade area analysis, so we can measure the success of our business, where we are and where we have to go. When you introduce your brand and its product to consumers within a market, it is a way how we are going to introduce our product or a service to the consumers. So as we know, here there are two people who come with the contact. One is the seller, one is the buyer. So seller is going to introduce his product to the market, whether it is a new product, whether it is a familiar product, so that the customer get aware of that particular product and the customer must make the buying decision. A market analysis is a quantitative and the qualitative assessment of a market. So each and everything that is going to happen must be qualitatively and quantitatively measured in terms of this market area analysis. Means in terms of a number of product that can be sold in a market area, there is a number of income, there is a number of seller, number of buyers. So each and everything quantitatively and qualitatively measured in terms of the market area analysis. Why we must do market area analysis? What is the main intention of market area analysis? So this market area analysis is done to know our potential customer and also to know the taste and preferences of our potential customer. So if there is any loophole, if there is any negativity, if there is any problem, or if there is any default in the product, we can overcome from the negativity, default or problem which the customers are going to face. Why we are going with the market area analysis? So what is the main intention of doing market area analysis? So we are going with the market area analysis to find the taste and preferences of the consumer. If the consumer are going to face any kind of the problem with the product, to overcome from the problems that is faced by the customers or the consumers. So this market area analysis is done. Methods of market area analysis. So why we are going to conduct market area analysis? To know the taste and preferences of the consumers and also to know the needs and wants of the consumers. So if we satisfy the needs and wants of the consumers, they are going to become loyal customer for the particular brand. So here we are going to do the market area analysis based on various methods or the methodologies. There are various methods for the market area analysis to know the taste and preferences of the consumer. By doing survey. It is the first methodology and the easiest methodology to take the feedback from the consumers. Means we can send the Google form through WhatsApp, send the Google form through mail, we can collect the information through telephonic interview, and also we can meet the customer face to face. These are the various ways that we can conduct survey through online or offline to take the feedback or the relevant information that is related to the particular product that we are going to sell. Second one is focus group. So focus group are the target customers of the particular brand, who are the loyal customers of that particular brand. So whatever the product that we are going to sell in the market, we must focus on the focus group. Means we are going to conduct the face-to-face interview with the focus group. Means the loyal customers, they are completely aware of our product. Field trials. So it is a very expensive methodology to conduct a field trials of a particular product. So the retailer used to conduct a trial of a product where there is a huge gathering of the inhabitants. Means based on that, he come to know the sales of the product, the reputation of the product, or the market of the product. Personal interview. Personal interview is face-to-face interview that the retailer undergo to collect the relevant information from the consumers directly. Observation. This observation is a cost-saving methodology to collect the information in the retail business. Means he doesn't spend any money, he doesn't make any kind of a investment, he doesn't use any kind of a strategy or the tactics. He just keep on watching what is the mindset of the customer, what kind of the product that the customers are going to purchase in the market. That is nothing but the observation. It is a cost saving methodology. We can save the cost by using this methodology. Next is a social media. As we know, he can collect the relevant information through the social media, whether it is a mail, whether it is a WhatsApp, whether it is a Facebook, whether it is a Instagram. He is going to market the product, he is going to send the questionnaire, he is going to send the Google form, he is going to take the feedback from the customers or the consumers. These are the various methodologies that is used to do the market area analysis. Trade area analysis. So what are the difference between the trade area and the market area? So market area is a place where the buyers and sellers are going to meet at a point, right? So the trade area is where the potential customers are going to come to purchase the product. Means this trade area is nothing but where the actual customers of the particular product are situated or found. Retail trade area analysis is a process business used to attempt to envision and understand where their customers are coming from and who they are. So it is the analysis that is made by the retailer from which place the customers are coming from and who are his potential customers. So based on that methodology or based on this data that he can do with the advertising and marketing activity. So before doing the marketing or the advertising activity, he must know his target customers, where the target customers are actually coming from. So in this methodology, we come to know our target audience or the customers. This involves understanding how many potential customers exist in an area. So by doing the trade area analysis, we come to understand that so who are my loyal customers and where the customers are going to come from and where the customers actually is in existence, what their demographics are and how much competition there is from other business. And also we come to know the competition that is from the other competitors. So simply the trade area analysis is nothing but it is a methodology to know our actual or the target audience, who are the loyal customers of the particular brand and from where the loyal customers of that particular product are coming from. It is a methodology. By not only knowing our target customers, but also this methodology is going to look forward about the competitors of that particular product. Means what kind of the product that the competitor is going to manufacture, at what price the competitor is going to sell the product, at what quantity and the quality that the competitor is going to sell the product to the consumers. There are various components of trade area analysis. So there are 4 components. Which are those 4 components? The first one is target marketing. So by using this methodology, we can reach out to the actual customers of the particular product. Means by doing the target marketing, who are the target customers? The one who is going to use our product, one who is loyal towards that particular company is the target customers. So firstly, we are supposed to focus on the target customers instead of focusing throughout all the customers. Firstly, we are supposed to focus towards the target customers. Resource allocation. So before starting any unit retail business, we must allocate the resource that is relevant for the retailer to establish a outlet. Site selection. As we know, we had studied in the early slides. So site selection play a vital role. There are basic criteria to be considered for the selection of a site. Next one is customer retention. So after starting the business, the main intention of the each and every businessman is retention of the customer. Not only establishing the business, not only making the profit is not important, but also retain the customer is very important than attracting the customer. It is very easy to attract the customer, but it is very difficult to retain the customer. So not only attracting the customer, not only capturing the market is important, but also retain the customer. In the next session, we are going with the concept of rating plan method and site evaluation method. So in the rating plan method, we are going to study the steps in rating plan method. In the site evaluation method, we are going to study the components of site evaluation method. Thank you.